Hello, sweet friends. Thank you for stopping by to join me for another rustic splatter screen wreath. I am Tracy. I am a true craft junkie. I love to teach and inspire others to create crafts with rustic country charm, just like this rustic splatter screen door hanger. Now I'm going to show you how I created it. The splatter screen as well as the adorable burlap carrots using something that you may have in your gift wrapping box, bag, whatever. The handmade carrots are very popular right now because we can't seem to find them. And so there are so many ways that you can make carrots. And this is one of them that I'm going to show you here in this video. So thank you for joining me, and let's get started. Okay, the base of my door hanger is this splatter screen from the Dollar Tree. I just took it outside and gave it about 3 coats of brown flat spray paint. The wood bunny is from Dollar General. The paper is from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to share here a tip that was shared with me by one of my sweet viewers of how to get these pesky, stubborn stickers off. Just take a heat gun or a blow dryer and heat it up, and it just peels right off. Just be careful not to burn your fingers because it gets pretty hot. Okay, so here my splatter screen, I'm gonna add some extra little lines on the edge of it just to, kind of decorate it up a little bit more. I'm just, using my number 2 liner brush and just going around and giving some lines on the handle. I painted the edges and the back side of the bunny with just some brown paint. Then I turned it over and I traced out the paper. Then now I'm just cutting it out so that I'm going to Mod Podge that onto my bunny. And the way that I Mod Podge is I just take my Mod Podge. I'm using a gloss Mod Podge because that is my preference, but they also have a matte and a satin, I do believe. I just put a thin layer on what I am Mod Podging, and I find that it's helpful if I do it in sections, like do the top part and, stick that down and then do the bottom part. I let this bottom layer completely dry before I put the top layer of Mod Podge on, because that was shared with me by a sweet viewer as well, and it decreases almost no bubbles on my Mod Podge project. I'm using a cotton ball and my distress ink. This is Vintage Photo, my favorite distressing ink. And I'm just going around the edges, just brushing it to give some shading, some dimension, and some depth and some character to my bunny here. And then I'm going to take my black Sharpie marker and do extra doodling, because that's what I like to do. I just make little squiggly lines to go all the way around, not really stressing about it if it's perfect or if the lines are connected. This is the sign that I'm making here for my project. I rusted the spring letters as well as some safety pins. Now, I shared this in a project a couple of weeks ago. I found a sweet lady that she and I have become great friends. Her name is Linda. She's Faith Chick 777 here on YouTube, and she has an awesome video of how to rust metals. I will link to her video in the description box below so that you can check it out, because I know I'm going to get some questions of how to rust metals if you like that look. So make sure and check out her video. Also, she and I have been talking that we're going to be doing a collaboration very soon, so stay tuned for that. I drilled 2 small holes in the top of my sign, and then I'm going to attach it to my splatter screen here using some wire from the Dollar Tree. I get asked about this wire all of the time. I find it in the automotive section. I seem to just find the packages that have the red and the black in it now, but at one time they did have silver. Anyway, this burlap bag is from a local Texas dollar store called King Dollar. I found a couple of packages of those burlap bags. Also, Walmart has it, or maybe other stores that maybe you can get it from. Anyway, I just wired my burlap bag onto my splatter screen, and then I drilled some holes in my bunny here, and I just attached it to the splatter screen using some of that same wire from the Dollar Tree. And then now I'm just going to decorate my bag with the carrots. And I also have some pit berries from Hobby Lobby. It was from a garland that I just took apart, and then I'm going to stick that and decorate that really nice. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how I created these cute little carrots in just a second. But now I'm just positioning my carrots inside the bag, and I'll glue everything down and make it all nice and cute. To add a whimsical effect to my door hanger here, I'm using my decorative Excelsior. Just stick some of that in there. Also decorating around the bunny. I like the whimsy look. And then I'm going to hand letter some tags. Now, I got these tags a long time ago. I coffee stained them. I will link to a video that I used many years ago because I did a big batch of those. And I found an excellent video that I will link to in the description box below so that you can check it out if you would like to coffee stain some tags. It is a great way to, attach a tag with the primitive country look that I love, and I'm finding that a lot of my viewers love as well, and I am so glad that you are here. We are joined with our primitive country hearts. Anyway, so I'm just hand lettering my tag here just with my black Sharpie markers, just going around and doodling that up. Then I will also add some distressing. I crumble the, kind of scrunch up the tag to give it a little bit more of an aged look. And just adding that distressing makes it look really cute for me. I just took one of those rusty safety pins and attached it to the bag. And I love just having these rusty safety pins on hand so that I can attach cute little tags like this. For my bunny tail, I am using one of my fabric rosettes that I created a few years ago. I do have a video of how I created these rosettes I will link to in the description box below, as well as the playlist of my other fabric flowers or different types of flowers that you can create or that I've created here on my channel. And so check the description box if you would like to check out those flowers. But I think it makes a really cute little bunny tail. I just distressed it with that vintage photo distressing ink, and we're going to move on to the next part of this project. Here are the ribbons I'm going to use for my bow. The buffalo check is from Hobby Lobby, as well as the burlap with the orange is from the fall season at Hobby Lobby. The orange and burlap checkered gingham is from Joann's. I got that in the fall season. I just cut them at 9 inches and then layered them on top of each other, kind of offsetting them a bit. And then using my tiny attacher, my little favorite stapler that I use to help in bow making, I just stapled those together in the middle. And then I made a raffia bow, and I'm just going to secure all of that with a chenille stem, and then attach that to my splatter screen. Now that chenille stem is too thick to go through there, so I had to rethink some things, and I'm going to redo my bow, and then I'm just going to attach it to this splatter screen with some wire. So, just with crafting, you just have to think of different things that you can do. So then now I'm just going to attach it with the same wire that I used, my favorite wire from the Dollar Tree. And that works great because that wire is thin and it goes through that splatter screen quite nicely. Just remember to fluff your bow. That is extremely important. Then I made just this simple 2-loop bow. I just, attached a portion of the burlap in the middle to make it really cute. And then I just hot glued that on the neck of the bunny to give him, a bow as well. I just love the way that this rustic spring door hanger turned out. Now, if you want to know how I created the simple little carrots, stay tuned because I'm going to show you that now. These little carrots were created using a tissue paper and then some orange burlap. So what I did is I took a sheet of tissue paper and then I had this orange burlap that I got actually at Walmart, and I cut off the edges and then I cut it down the middle to have two pieces. Now I have I have some tape, and then I have this one sheet of tissue paper, and then I just folded it in half. Then I switched it and folded it in half again. Then I folded it over again. I'm trying to go slow. I'm not speeding this part up so that you can see, because I know I get some questions on that. Then I start at one corner and then I roll it at a diagonal and just continue to roll it kind of on like where my left hand is. I kind of make that a little bit larger, kind of as a cone shape. And then my right hand, I'm kind of pinching it a little more so that it rolls into a cone or a carrot shape. Now, I know that the top is going to be a little, a little bit more, but we're going to cut that off, no problem. What I did is I sticked a bit of stuffing in there to make it a little fatter, and then I'm just going to continue until I'm finished and I run out of tissue paper. Then I'm going to take a piece of the clear packing tape that I have on hand. You just use whatever you have, and I just secure all of that together, taping everything down. Then I'll take my burlap strips. Again, what I said I did is I cut off a strip of the burlap, and then I cut off the wire edges of the burlap and then cut it down the middle. So I had two 1-inch strips, and then I just hot glued it around the carrot. Now, if some of it, like if any of the white was showing, I went back over it with another piece of the burlap until it was all covered. And then I have this foliage from the Dollar Tree that I've been using for my carrots, and that works out really nicely. Then once I get my carrot covered the way that I like, I just gave a raffia bow. And then that is what I did for these little carrots. So I wanted to share this tip because I know a lot of people said they cannot find the carrots at the Dollar Tree.